Hi guys, so you're welcome to my channel once again. I would just like to say thank you very much for clicking on my video. If you're one of my friends who just comes to help me increase my number of views, thank you very much. I really appreciate your help. And if you're a first time on my channel, thank you so much for also clicking. You're highly welcome. So today I am just going to be doing a quick video that has touched my life personally. So I was once on the other side of the boat, so I understand how exactly you feel. I know lots of people always ask me, how do I fill up these forms? How do I go about trying to get this documentation done? And I know that sometimes you try to talk to people about it and everybody can be so busy here that they basically do not even have the time or the patience to actually sit down and talk to you about it. So today I will try to break it down in a simple way that I believe you will be able to understand anyway if you take your time to watch this video to the end. Coru is saddled with the responsibility to regulate and register health and social care professionals here in Ireland. Now, these professions that I've been talking about include professions such as optometrists, physiotherapists, psychologists, clinical dietitians, speech and language therapists, occupational therapists, radiographers, podiatrists, some other professions to mention but a few. For internationally qualified candidates such as myself, I had qualified in Nigeria a few years ago. So what you essentially need to do is get your qualification validated or recognized by this country first of all before you make a move coming down here. If your qualification has already been validated or recognized by a competent authority, which used to be IRRT for radiographers a few years back, then all you need to do is just go straight ahead and get your qualification registered. For some reason, before I came into Ireland, considering the fact that I wanted to work when I came into this country, I had quite a difficulty trying to understand the process of applying for my qualification to be registered. Or the registration process can take a few months, so you are strongly advised to start the process on time before you make a move in coming into Ireland. Mine took about 4 months to complete because I had also been planning my wedding at this particular time and a number of documentations were missing from my application, and that's because I felt it seemed like such a difficult process to complete because there were a gazillion number of documents to fill and I had to make sure I had this process completed. My application was initially turned down, and that was because, like I had said earlier on, some documentations were missing from my application, and therefore I had to travel back to my university to request for those documents before they were able to complete my recognition process. The recognition document is a 30-page document which is expandable depending on how large your portfolio is. By that I mean like the number of schools you attended, the number of years you spent in school, the number of hospitals you've practiced in, or the number of offices you've worked in. Take for instance, if you had to spend an extra year in school, that will also have to be accounted for in your application. Do not leave any information out of your application because it is really necessary for them to complete the recognition process. The recognition fee is 410 euros, and there is an online system where that payment can be made. You have to make sure the number of hours that you spent in your clinical training and your academic training are accurate. If not, those documents will be sent back to you. It happened to me, and it was also one of the reasons why my documentation was also delayed. Something else you need to obtain from your university of study is your transcript and also a syllabus handbook. And in that handbook, the handbook has to state the number of hours you spent in class, subject description of all the courses that you studied while in school, the method of assessment of any form of examination that you got to write while in university. Please make sure all your documents are filled out in English language and certified by a notary public. Once you're done with all your documentations, you can then post this to Coru. Of course, this is the first stage of the entire process of getting your qualification registered in the country. You can't just come in and get registered into this body if you did not qualify in Ireland. So these are the people that need this information today. Because for me, I made the mistake to first of all go and register, and then by the time I had finished doing the registration, I had to now go and start the recognition process, which is the most intricate part of documentation, because that is the part where you have 1,000,001 forms to fill out before you're allowed to now register. Thank you guys for watching. If you have enjoyed this video, if you like it and it has been of any use to you, please make sure you thumbs up to the video and you subscribe to my channel. And please, if you would like to hear any more about this topic, please let me know, because I'm very glad to share my advice and experience to anyone who is interested to hear. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure you stay tuned for my next video.